Good morning, everyone. This is Joe DRT, the Guru, reaching out to the collective. I want to give you a message, and I need guidance as well. Every day I get downloads, especially when I wake up, and I want to share them. You know, prophecy is different for modern times as it were for the old days of the Bible. I don't understand gospel the way I should. I wish I understood it more. I know that I'm one of the chosen ones. I was asked to speak about it, and I'm going to speak to you very clearly right now as well I can. I have autoimmune dysfunction, so my brain is oftentimes somewhat foggy, but I can use my words and my empathetic soul to at least speak out. I was talking to my friend who I'm helping to become a better person through light work. I've been working with him to go through childhood trauma. He was in the foster care system in the state of Washington, in the city of Cedro-Woolley, and he was attacked by his parents as a child and treated inhumanely. He grew up, put tattoos all over his face and his body, as you see a lot of young men doing these days, and women of different cultures, to express that inner angst that comes out in your teenage years. My daughter is 14 now, and she's got anxiety big time. This culture we all have anxiety, and we're on high alert, and we know that times are very difficult right now. I have a particular situation that I'm aware of through the collective where they're reading my energy very specifically, and I made a decision to speak out publicly to guard my daughter from harm from these monsters that want us. They want our soul. They want to steal our soul because they hate themselves, deeply hate themselves. They hate their lives. And they want to put an end to others that have the light because they don't know what we have, and they want to steal it from us, and they want to see us fall and hurt the way that they hurt. But what they don't understand is that we're put here to love them. And as light workers, we're in danger oftentimes by coming too close to these hurt people, like my friend Dylan, who is extremely hurt, and at times in his life has felt violence inside, and you see it in culture, black culture especially, where the murder rates are too high, where there's no ability to check yourself. There's none left. Why shouldn't I just grab my gun and start killing everyone and shooting everybody? That's not the option. That is not what Jesus Christ did. He knew that those people wanted him, and he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And he allowed them to put his body on that cross to be sacrificed. That's a story we know is true. That story is the story of today. I'm somebody that they want put on a cross to be sacrificed, and I know it. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm a light worker. I have to help everyone I can. When I give them a message of discernment, the ability to see through the bullshit, I speak with curse words so that they can even relate to me even further. There's a guy my producer showed me, he's called the Cussin' Preacher on YouTube. Is that guy a sinner? Is he a false prophet? Man, if he's speaking the word of Jesus Christ, then to me, that's better than nothing. If that's as good as we're gonna get, we gotta take that. Because the children need to see better out of us. Our government wants us to be fearful and scared of every single thing right now so that they can maintain control. They can maintain, the push of oil, the push of their personal wealth. You'll see it all throughout our Senate, all throughout every aspect of politics. That they have knowledge of upcoming events, so they prepare by investing in certain areas to gain extraordinary wealth. while throwing the masses under the bus. We are the people. That means that we are the voice. And the collective needs to understand this. Your voice is so powerful that it found me while I was in my car homeless. I didn't know what to do. I asked for a message from Jesus. I thought about killing myself. That was in 2019. Because my situation with my ex-wife and my cousin was so bad that I had to leave a multi-million-dollar business idea that I'd put together so that all of us could be a family business. But what I saw when I moved in with my cousin down in Tacoma, I saw family trauma. He came right to me and he said, man, he was drunk. And he said, man, my aunt said I was child abused by my dad. And I looked him right in the eyes and I told him I was child abused too. He said, well, I wasn't. My dad would never do that. I told him, it's okay. I'm here to help. We'll talk about it. Let's get you off the alcohol. Let's get you off the drugs. Let's get you well. And we're gonna talk about it. Because you need to be able to face somebody, anyone, and tell them the truth. You know, in psychotherapy, the subconscious can let loose and show you things. For me, I knew I was child abused, but I didn't understand the earliest stages of it. I only knew the teenage years part of it. I was the Marshall Mathers of my time. Actually, Marshall and I are almost the same age. He's a little bit older. I was going through the abuse of my mother, and I told him, it's okay to talk about it, but it's not. The community does not want to hear adults talking about their child abuse days. But you look at Oprah Winfrey and how she talks openly about her family abuse, how she dealt with it, and she became something amazing, right? So I'm here to help people become something amazing outside of the trauma. But our culture needs to let go of something called narcissism. Narcissism is the control of the ego to not let your light shine. It's the voice in your head that says, no, I can't do it. I couldn't do that. Yes, you can. The anxiety says you can't. And the voice in your head says you can't. That voice is the devil. It's Steven talking to you. So I tell people that. And they're like, man, that's true, isn't it? Yeah. How do I get rid of it? Well, really, it's very difficult. You got to create another voice called the observer. The observer laughs at your ego. You yourself will tell your own self to fuck all the way off. I'm doing this shit. So that's what I did. I created JOEDRT, the Guru, as a music platform, as a way to elevate my name in the community of Seattle to a world stage, helping young artists that have been molested, child abuse, homelessness, to find their voice, to put it out there, and we will be found, and we will be lifted up, and we will be given money. We need money. All of us are broke. In my music group, we do not have money. We do not have investors screaming for us. This is because God wants it that way. God wants us to struggle immensely, and He's not done. He needs us to see and learn something. And the collective has said, I need to open my eyes. I've been told to go by a river of water, sit with my toes in the earth, and listen and receive a download, testimony. In the culture, in the Mormon culture, Joseph Smith did exactly this. And my name is Joseph. Interesting, right? I don't want to see myself as like a prophetic person, because prophetic people get hung up to dry and told they're stupid and they need to shut up and they don't know anything. Honestly, I am young in the game. I am. But I'm the wizard. I'm wise. I'm a billion years old. I realized at an early age that I have divine feminine qualities, which a song by Macklemore really struck it well for me, which was when he was younger, he wondered if he was gay. because he loved his friends, his guy friends. He loved them, right? Dylan and I sit and talk all the time, and I told him, I'm like, man, I am not your dolly. You can't hold on to me like you're blanky. You gotta let me go. You gotta learn to detach. We have attachment issues. But if you love me, thank you. I need that love. I'm an empath, so I need the feel of that reciprocal love, and I get it. But Dylan also is highly abusive sometimes with his language, and he always says sorry later. For me right now, I'm worried about my daughter. My cousin, my wife, they're not in a good place. They started a relationship that is really sick, and I haven't spoken to them. But I was told to calm down and try to go to tell the authorities about what I know about my cousin. His child molestation years created a monster inside him, and I knew when I stayed in his house that something was up with that dude. He brought a gun out on me when he was drunk. He waved it at me, started telling me hysterical things. I calmed him down for that moment, said, put the gun down, dude, what's that all about? The next day after work, he came home with my wife. He got drunk and he put himself on her sexually right in front of me, and he told her, this guy, he don't have a job. You don't need that shit. You need me, baby. And when he pushed up on her, she got triggered because she was a victim in early childhood, like I was, like he was. She got triggered. And while she went to work with him, she would get more triggered because he would nonstop sexually harass her. He got in her head. He showed her that, yeah, they're millionaires, but they need to get rid of me. Well, I was on a mental health drug called Cymbalta at the time, and I was feeling extraordinary manic problems. I was on that drug for PTSD. In 2014, my father died right before my eyes, and I gave him CPR. And so did a couple of other people across the hall that heard my screaming. They came in and tried to revive him. When I found my father, I had the heebie-jeebies. He was falling by the toilet. And his response was very strange, or his body's response was very strange. And it looked like some sort of a violent episode had occurred. And I had asked the doctor to do an autopsy. He didn't, because his wife, my dad's ex-wife, refused to pay for it. She just wanted the money. It was only like 12 grand, and we would have known something was up. My father was an empath, and he used to give the community money. He would walk around handing out $100 bills to strangers if they would just talk to him. He was in a wheelchair with his dog, Raffle, his service dog. He loved that dog. That dog loved him, and the community loved both of them. And he would speak to people and help them, counsel to them the way that I do. I can't help but do it. He's inside me, every piece of me. He taught me how to do it. He was a profound psychic, and he had worked for the military. And he told me things that he did in the military to solve complex problems with psychopaths that were in Vietnam, murdering villages of unarmed people and raping and things like that. He had a lot to do with solving some of those problems, let's just put it that way. And I'm that guy. I'm here to stop you, cousin. I'm going to speak to the police. I'm going to explain to them who and what you are. I've already done so. I snitched because you got 2 little girls in your presence, and I have a deep empathy and hurt for those little girls to go through what you went through, and that you're doing that to them when you become a monster when you drink. And that my wife is also an alcoholic, my ex-wife, is a deeply alcoholic person. And she felt submissive to his sexual desires and any desire within. And they created a prostitution episode for themselves when they joined sex clubs and shit like that. They joined something called the Secret Seven. I don't even know what that is, but I guess it's some bullshit where you fuck federal agents and judges and you prostitute yourself to them. You all provide each other with parties and drugs and alcohol. You live in mansions in the Pierce County area, Seattle area. Y'all kick it. That ain't cool. Because what happens to these little kids? They see their parents behaving fucking irrationally. And God don't want that. And he lets me talk like this. He also made me create a music album about this experience. When he sexualized my wife, who was not going through that with me, bro. She was not going through that with me, bro. I was with her for 3 years. I brought her here from Colombia. She fell in love with me, man. I fell in love with her. I was helping her create a new self, because she had a lot of lies in her head, said she couldn't be nothing. She was making $500 a month, bro, in Colombia, making no money. Her family had an architect business. Her dad is extremely smart. He screwed up in her early childhood. She was latchkey, and one of the homies got a hold of her at a young age. And she talked to me about it. And I'm not afraid to talk to y'all about it and open it up, because we don't need an ego in the way. We need to help these people because they are becoming monsters in our community right now, amongst our children. I brought this woman into my world. She loved on my daughter, dude. My daughter is extraordinarily special. She has the gift of discernment. I have that gift as well. She has it in spades. And guess what? Her friends and her community in the private Catholic school community are gonna start bullying her and hating on her the way I was bullied and hated when I was a child. Because we are special, we look beautiful. Oh man, I'm pretty. I already know it. Shut up. My daughter is extraordinarily gifted, and they want to hurt her because they know that I know what they're doing. And they are with federal people who are sick, who are on alcohol. No matter what you say to me, I give a fuck. You can come for me and arrest me and put me in prison for what I'm telling you, because it's all gonna come out anyways. They stole my inheritance. My cousin looks like me. He's my doppelganger. I was told that he might even be my brother. This is weird shit, man. My mom is a Gates. Do you know what a Gates is? In the state of Washington, a Gates from Sunnyside, Washington, is a relative of the one and only Gates, as we know. My mom was a childhood predator victim and she wants me dead now because she knows that I know. I told her to her face. That she raped me and that she was forgiven. I wanted to know why she did it though. She looked at me in the eyes and said, you need to move on. Joey, you're so negative. I could never do that. I never did that. No, I didn't do that. No. That's not the reaction of someone who's not guilty. Okay? I went to the police and I told them, you better do something. This is the Pierce County Sheriff's Department. They better be investigating, but they need to stop investigating and take action, because the collective has been reading that my daughter is in trouble, that the federal agents that know that I know that they're up to something are going to stop at nothing to hurt us, and they will try to attack my own child. This is what is being said. This is prophecy. I can't even stop anything because I'm a one-man band. How am I supposed to stop this? What I can tell you is this, is that I'm better at reading people than anybody in the entire world. I can see a child molester right to his eyes and tell him what he is. That's why I knew what my cousin was up to. I'm not a molester, I'm a child victim. I will not ever touch a child in that way. My impulsivity of my brain, my sexual desires, yeah, fucking hard to deal with. And have gotten away of relationships. And on national TV with Dr. Phil or whoever else, I'm willing to talk about it. I want you to put my whole ass family on fleek, because we need to break free as a community. Black, brown, purple, white, doesn't matter. I am for you if you want to stop the killing, the killer mentality, the idea that you need to go out and kill everybody and rape everybody because you were hurt. How do we take the hurt away? One of the ways that I found was go through spiritual medicine. Spirit medicine is available to all of us. You can start with the cubensis mushroom on a daily basis, and you can take that mushroom and you can microdose it. I'm looking for it myself, but I have no money right now. I'm dead broke and I don't have a job. I need donations badly. I need donations to help me fight this deal with I want to protect my kid. I don't even have a gun on me. I got friends that got guns and they know what's going on. I don't need a gun. I'm protected by Jesus Christ. When you look at me, you'll see angels around me if you know what you're looking for. They say I'm a light seed, a light worker. Prove it. Help me. Call the Pierce County Sheriff's Department. Tell them to contact me. I'm going to put my phone number on this. Tell them to contact me. Tell them that we need to move quickly to stop what my cousin and my ex-wife have been up to. My cousin is the one controlling her. She cannot control herself. She is in fear for her life. She was probably told that she will be killed or her kid will be killed if she ever says anything about the coven that they're in, right? You got to stop it now. There is going to be mass violence if I die or if my child dies on a scale you cannot stop, and it won't have nothing to do with me making orders. It'll just happen, and the world around us will crumble like you won't believe. Do not let the devil win right now. This is of the utmost importance. We need to stop these covens. We need to stop them before it's too late. If they get to my child, I won't know what to do, but I will pray to Jesus Christ. I will pray to him because he has followed me this whole life and he has got me to this point. I made some music, some of it's dirty. JOEDRT, The Guru, on all platforms. And I'm going to walk away from some of the dirty talk. I got some great messages. I'm about to release an album called Life After Love, and you're going to see it. I love y'all, man. Thank you for protecting me and giving me the message when I was home alone, suicidal in my car. I saw your videos, I clicked on them, and it all started making sense, and I didn't want it to. I love y'all so much. I'm divine feminine. My ex-wife is divine masculine. I believe that it's kind of like a false masculine scenario. And when you say she in your energy readings, I'm the she. My cousin is the other karmic, the she. They call him brother or cousin or family member in the readings. I'm Joe Dirt. One of the collectives has been reading my name. She pulled it. She said, Joe Dirt? He's like in music or something? Holy shit, y'all are dope. Keep doing what you're doing. I gotta go. I love you. Protect me. Send prayers, send money. I'm gonna put a Cash App on this. It's the only way I can get money. I can't even work because I'm paranoid. I am paranoid. I love y'all.